Now, this is the movie Enemy of the State, and I've titled this one, which side are you on today? Because, you know, when this movie first came out, and it came out in 1998, it was way ahead of its time. And, you know, a lot of people, when they went to the movie theater, they sat down and they watched this. You know, they was on the side of Will Smith, man. You know what I mean? They was rooting for him. I mean, they seen that, you know, this guy wasn't the bad guy. You know, and it was the powers that be that was, that was so corrupt, man. And they, you know what I mean? They ruined this guy's life. You know, and, you know, today, fast forward, 2019, which side are you on today, man? You know, because a lot of people, even though they sat down and watched that movie, you know, they've taken the side of the oppressor today, man, and they're working for the oppressor, man. So we're gonna take a look at a few things. Now, this guy right here, this guy is a crooked politician, man. And anybody that remembers this movie, I mean, the movie kind of centered around him a little bit because of what he did. And you remember in the beginning, you know, he took that guy's life. He took a politician's life because he wanted him to pass a certain law, and the guy wasn't going to do it. And, you know, remember how prideful he was in taking that guy's life, man. He didn't, you know, he didn't care that he took a life. But look at the lengths that he went to and the things that he had to do, you know, just to cover it up. You know, he didn't want to face, you know what I mean, judgment for the crimes that he did. You know what I mean? And a lot of my target individuals, you know, we're facing persecution for things that people did, man. You know what I mean? Because they can't really live with themselves. You know what I mean? And remember I said there's no rest for the wicked. You know what I mean? So they're constantly going to be thinking that somebody's after them, because the Most High is never going to leave them at, you know what I mean? He's never going to let them be at peace, man. You know what I mean? So in the next scene coming up, you're going to see, I mean, this is what these guys have done to us, man. You know what I mean? They wanted to find out everything about us to bring us down, you know what I mean? And part of the reason, you know, they put you into the psych ward is to diminish your credibility, you know what I mean? And you're going to see what exactly in this next clip that I'm about to show you what he's talking about, man. I mean, and what these guys do, you know what I mean?
Well, either he's getting ready to do something with it, or he doesn't know he has it.
Or he doesn't have it.
You know what I've seen? I've seen killers walk free because the eyewitness was an alcoholic. I've seen sex offenders that couldn't be touched because the victim was a call girl. Credibility. It's the only currency that means anything on this kind of playing field. Dean's got the tape and he's going to come out with it. And when he does, I want his credibility. I want people to know he's lying before they hear what he says.
We could take his wife and kid. He'd give it up for them.
We'd have the police and the FBI all over this in 24 hours. Put taps on his 20 most frequently called numbers, and let's get into his life. The union situation has mob written all over it. And he's definitely vulnerable on Rachel Banks. I want to know about his wife. I want to know about his parents. I want to know about his gambling problems, his urine samples, his porno rentals. I want to use every means possible to get what we need. Because this little son of a bitch is not going to be the final chapter of my life.
Now, one of the things that stood out to me in this clip was when one of the guys said, you know, we could take his wife and kids, and then the crooked politician said, you know, we'll have the FBI, you know what I mean, over this in a matter of minutes if we do that. So that goes to show you he knows what he's doing is illegal. But yet still, you see that this guy still had deep connections, man, you know, to run these things covertly. You know, he was running these operations covertly, but he was still wary of, you know, these other agencies coming in and finding out what he was doing, you know. So that still goes to show you, you know, that these guys are operating illegally, man. You know what I mean? They're doing it covertly, but they have the power to do so, man. You know.
And freedom have always existed in a very precarious balance. And when buildings start blowing up, people's priorities tend to change.
He's got a point there, sweetie.
He is talking about ending personal privacy. Do you want your phone tapped?
I'm not planning on blowing up the country.
There. Now, I had that same mentality Will Smith had, man. You know what I mean? I'm not doing nothing wrong. I mean, these guys, because, you know what I mean? Hey, they could do whatever they want, man. You know what I mean? In my ignorance. I mean, I'm not planning on blowing nothing up. You know what I mean? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not breaking the law. But you see, you know, today, you know, these guys have used and abused their power, man. You know what I mean? Just to show you that they can. You know, and they can't be caught. Oh man, you know what I mean? This movie was way ahead of its time, man. I'm telling you. You know, in the next clip, you're gonna see, you know, that they were able to conduct illegal surveillance on him because they went into his house and they bugged all of his belongings, man. You know what I mean? And you're gonna see Will Smith stressing out. You know, and this guy's he's an actual lawyer. He's saying like, look, man, these guys are not allowed to do this, man. You know what I mean? But you can see that, yo, he had no power. You know what I mean? He had absolutely no power, man. You know, and he was a lawyer. He knew the law, you know? But yet still, these guys, you know what I mean, had no power, man, you know? And this is what these guys have done to us, you know? They've covertly bugged our apartments, you know, and they have access to view into our house, and the neighbors have access to view into our house too. So this is how they could covertly harass us. And when we complain, you know, it seems like we're going crazy because they're isolating us and only doing it to us. So you tell your family members what's happening, they're gonna say, I mean, you know, they're gonna say you're crazy, even though they've already been contacted and they know something is going on and they know that you're telling the truth, you know. But it's not happening to them, you know. But you know, you have to have, you know, a strong, you know, mindset, you know, when dealing with this. And just pray, man, and the Most High is gonna deliver it. He's gonna deliver these guys up.
John.
What have we here? I think we have a winner.
Phone for phone.
Black.
Black.
Perfect. How's that look?
Busy, Mr. Dean. We have you bugged it, Mr. Dean.
Blow over? I'm not gonna sit around and wait for this to blow over. Jerry, I'm suing their right-wing asses right into Chapter 11. This is flagrant. They never even called to see what my side of the story was. They have no Sullivan protection with this.
So you see, you know what I mean? These guys, you know, they're exposing him. You know, they're making his life a living hell, man. And he did absolutely nothing wrong, you know. But it's gonna be their word over what, you know what I mean, over our word. And you know, these people still believe in the government, you know. You know, that's why that's why they're so willing to trust their word. I mean, it's people that still believe in the government, man. You know, they believe that they're upright and they're just in the things that they're doing, but they're not. You know, that's why they're so quick to believe everything that, you know what I mean, gets slotted their way. Hey, you know, this guy's so and so. No, man, you gotta question everything, man. Question why they want you to do this. So you see here in this scene right here, they had the ability to cut his cars off, you know what I mean, to have more control over him. They don't want him going certain places. They don't want him, you know what I mean, traveling too far. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
They cut his cards off, man. I mean, more control.
Try to get
No,
it.
thank you.
All right, we're moving in.
Now this guy right here, man, to me, this guy was like kind of an angel, man, you know, because he didn't have to help Will Smith in a manner that he did, you know. But you know, the Most High, I mean, even though it's a movie, but you know, I felt like, yo, this is, you know, what the Most High does, man. He'll send people to help you out, you know. Of course, if you you know, if you stay faithful, man. You know, this guy was like an angel, man. You know, helped him out, and he didn't even have to do that to him. So that brings me to this verse right here. Ecclesiasticus 4:9. Deliver him that suffereth wrong from the hand of the oppressor, and be not faint-hearted when thou sittest in judgment. So, I mean, a lot of us, you know what I mean, we were suffering out here, man. We're suffering from the hand of the oppressor, man. I mean, and we need somebody to come out here and help us and do the right thing. I mean, and the Most High said, don't be faint-hearted when you're sitting in judgment, man. I mean, in the eyes of men. He said, don't be faint-hearted, man, because this is a judgment from the eyes of men. In the eyes of men. You know, and that's because, you know, the Most High is going to fight for you. Ecclesiasticus chapter 4:28. Strive for truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, man, the truth. You know, and in the next clip, you know, you're going to see him explaining to Will Smith, you know, basically what these guys do and, you know, the capabilities that they have, you know.
The government's been in bed with the entire telecommunications industry since the 40s. They've infected everything. They get into your bank statements, your computer files, your email, listen to your phone calls.
My wife's been saying that for years.
Every wire, every airwave. The more technology you use, the easier it is for them to keep tabs on you. It's a brave new world out there. At least it better be. Fort Meade has 18 acres of mainframe computers underground. You're talking to your wife on the phone, you use the word bomb, president, Allah, any of 100 key words. Computer recognizes it, automatically records it, red flags it for analysis. That was 20 years ago. You know the Hubble telescope looks up at the stars? They've got over 100 spy satellites looking down at us. That's classified. In the old days, we actually had to tap a wire into your phone line. Now with calls bouncing off satellites, they snatch them right out of the air.
Who's this guy? I'm gonna check the exec.
But this is it, man, you know. That's it. You know, once again, which side are you on today, man? You know what I mean? Because this movie came out a long time ago. Which side are you on today? Because when you sat down in the movie theaters and you watched this, you was rooting for Will Smith. I mean, because you seen what happened to him. But yet still, people like him today are despised, man. They're despised. You know, and it's all funny, man, because like I said, you guys lack the courage to do the right thing. You know, we're going to end with these last two verses. It says, there can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. Giveth alms is like, you know, helping the poor. You know what I mean? Looking out for the poor. Ecclesiasticus 12:3. Last and finally, a prayer out of a poor man's mouth reaches to the ears of Yahuwah, and his judgment cometh speedily, man. You know what I mean? Ecclesiasticus 21:5, man. Yes. So all praises to the Most High, man. You know what I mean?